editor-at-large Amit Aliolu. And Amit, we always knew that Iran had influence in Iraq, but just how significant are these documents and what they reveal about the extent of Iranian influence?
Well, surely indeed, timing is very sensitive now at the time that Iraq cities are being full with protesters against particularly not the Iraqi government, but the Iranian influence and interference in Iraq. They've been chanting all the past few months, Iran barra barra, Iraq hurra hurra, which is translated into Iran is out and Iraq should be free from the Iran intervention. So these kind of leaks would support the idea of the protesters on the ground that all the politicians in the Iraqi government are basically playing the playbook of Iran in Iraq. That's what Qasem Soleimani, the famous general of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, who has been influenced in Iraq, who is also very influenced in Syria, in Yemen, in Lebanon. It's clear that the interventionist and expansionist policies of Iran is now backfiring inside the cities of Iran. That's what we are hearing now, and we're watching on TV the protests. So it's not basically economics, it's also lots of politics there in Iran, surely.
Yeah, and given the amount of time, more than a decade, that the US has spent trying to cultivate influence in Baghdad, what impact will these revelations have on Iraq-US relations?
Well, as a matter of fact, after the 2003 invasion of Iraq, surely it's very clear that the United States had lots of problems in Iraq and trying to deal with all the factions of the ground, the Shiite Muslims from the one hand, the Sunni majority from the other hand. They've been having lots of problems there, trying to build some loyalties and, you know, to take some allegiances from these tribes. It was so difficult with the rise of the Al-Qaeda, then Daesh. So the intervention of Iran to fill the vacuum that the United States kind of non-interventionist policies at the time of Barack Obama, later Donald Trump, Iran has the upper hand and the leverage to dominate the Iraqis clique that is now in the government. That led to a kind of corruption among the Iraqi leadership, and now the protesters on the ground are claiming that these kind of relations should be cut with Iran. The United States was mainly concerned of its own national interest, that is to defeat Daesh, Al-Qaeda or ISIS, and now they're basically interested, as Donald Trump put it clear, with the oil. They're done with the oil in Iraq, it seems, and now they're turning to the oil in northern Syria. So the US policy is not that clear. The one can come out with solid results, what exactly the United States want on the ground. The Iraqi government is not solid enough, does not have the solid ground under its feet. So it's a tumultuous situation once again. We need to wait and see what the events on the ground will develop in the coming few days, surely.
Indeed, Amit. Thank you, Amit Aliolu there.